Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one, and this is my third triangular shaped box. I promised you on Monday I would have three, and there are three. They're three all very different sizes and shapes and looks. This one is made with the Share What You Love Designer Series paper, and it only uses 6 by 5 inches, just a small piece. And I've pulled out the patterned one with the pearlescent frosting on it. Now, we had this as a special offer in which month was it? Last month. Last month that you could buy a big suite of it, but now you can buy all the separate elements of it. So I wanted to bring some of them separately to you. Okay, so 6 by 5 inches, 15 by 12.5 centimetres. On the long side, score it at 2, 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5.5 inches, which in metric, it doesn't want to go over the pearly bit, metric is 5, 7, 12 and 14, and then turn it round and score it at 3/4 of an inch, which is 2 centimetres. So it's 2 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch here, so 2 centimetres there, 5 centimetres there. So it's actually quite, it's a shallow box. You would probably get a couple of thin candles in there, or no, actually maybe you would get Yankee candles in. I don't know, I haven't got any handy. What could you fit in there? Oh, I wonder if you could fit a small paper punch. We might have a look. Okay, so I've just folded and burnished the score lines. You're going to see this side better, so I'm just going to cut up all of those. Nice quick box to put together. We like a quick box. And you could get, how many of these? You can get 4 from a sheet of designer series paper and actually have some left over. We like the leftovers. So I'm using my tearing tape. Nice fast dry adhesive. My nails don't like it all that much though. Okay, and then fold round and close in the bottom. I like the fact that I can tear it. Oops. Okay, and then if you just pinch gently, because it's paper, you can guide it with your fingers and close it down. Okay, let's see what we can fit in there. Can we fit a small paper punch in? Might be just, it's just a little bit too wide. We could definitely fit this one in. This is a little 1/2 inch punch. Can we fit it in? Oh, not quite. It might bulge a little bit. We could fit candles in. I would suspect we could probably fit blocks in. No, the box are a little bit fat. Definitely fit candles. Let me see if I've got one. I haven't got one. Right, but we'll not worry. Okay, what we can do is put sweets in. Everybody loves sweets. So I have got a piece of cardstock here, 3 by 2 inches, 7.5 by 5 centimetres, and I'm going to simply fold it in half, mostly because I put my scoreboard to one side and put stuff on top of it. That is going to go over the top here, so I wanted to fold it before I use my scallop tag topper punch. Sweep those off onto the floor. And then nice strong adhesive right up to the score line, or the creased line, because that clearly is creased. Scoring tools are good for a reason, aren't they? And a section in the middle. You need plenty, because this is going to be the back of the box. Or this is going to be the back of the lid that keeps the box closed. Oh, I've just instead of throwing the piece of paper backing on the floor, I threw my stylus on the floor. Oh, would you look at that? Typically I've got all of the pretty pattern that way round. Oh well, not to worry. So tightly close it and bring it to the front first, and then wrap it round the back. And I'm resting it against my tummy, but you can't see that. So there we go. So that will mean that I can open and close and close it up like that. Now we have this gorgeous embellishment kit which I absolutely love. It's got the Tranquil Tide baker's twine in it, and it's got little gems and all sorts of lovely things in it. So what I'm going to do, start there and close it up tightly, and I'm going to go around 3 times. I meant to go through there, didn't I? Oh dear, it's painful, isn't it? Fun and games. But you see, I make the mistake so you don't have to. Okay, so wrap that round, feed that through again. And then the third, oh, that's gone too short now. Feed it through for the final time. No, that's not right, is it? You don't feed it through the final time, you just tie the bow off. Do you know what? I'm wedging this against my tummy, but you can't see my tummy. So I'm going to wedge it against that. We all need extra hands sometimes, don't we? Tie off a pretty little bow. And you know what, because let me look at the camera, the battery's okay, it's not flashing red at me or anything. Because I managed to end up with all of my beautiful pearly flowers that side. Shall I fussy cut some? Let me just grab a bit. Maybe slightly smaller scissors would work. And I'm going to do this really, really, really quickly. Fussy cutting is not something I'm overly good at or do particularly often. But yeah, I can't believe that. I managed to set the pattern so that all of the pearly was at the back. Typical. Dear. Do you know what? I think this trio of these triangular boxes has been it's just been a disaster. Well, no, it hasn't been a disaster, but there's been a comedy of errors. So I knocked over the first one on the first day while filming, and shall I have another one? Yes, let's have another one. And managed to splodge lovely lipstick across it. Wednesdays, what had happened on Wednesdays? Oh yeah, the cats had chewed it. Huh, always good. And today, putting that round the back, but not to worry. Worth it though. Okay. And done. So I might not actually do any stamping. No, I will do some stamping because I've got it. No, I won't. I'm not going to stamp. I'm just going to put the flowers on because I think they're lovely. So I did use the Love What You Do, and if you want to put a panel on it, it's 3 by 2 inches. No, that's not. I don't remember how much it is. It's 1 3/4 by 1 1/4 inches. So that's 4.5 by 3 centimetres. So let's just elevate those a little bit. It's alright, I'm still not flashing red. That's okay, I've got time. Where are my mini glue dots? Over there. What I am going to use though are the little pearls, and I'm going to put a cluster of yellow ones in the middle of those flowers, and I really need to sort through all my paper piercers. because I've got some with some really bad tips to them. But I never think to change them until I come to use them on camera. There we go. Oh, that's quite nice, that one. Doesn't it look different? Ooh, liking that. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Thank you for joining me this week with some fun projects. I've got some really cool ones coming up next week too. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.